Article 550 of the National Electrical Code specifically addresses requirements for recreational vehicles, commonly referred to as RV. The question revolves around the permissible methods for repairing or replacing the power supply cord that connects an RV to an external power source typically found at a campground or RV park. Previously, earlier editions of the National Electrical Code mandated that if the cord cap, also known as the plug, at the end of the power supply cord was damaged, the entire cord assembly had to be replaced. This meant that even if the cord itself was in good condition, but the plug was damaged due to overheating, physical impact, or other factors, the entire cord set needed to be replaced with a new one. However, the 2002 edition of the National Electrical Code brought about a change in this requirement. The change allowed for the replacement of only the cord cap if the cord itself remained undamaged and in good working condition. This change was reflected in Article 550.15b, which now permits the replacement of only the cord cap without necessitating the replacement of the entire cord assembly. Article 550.15b is a specific section within Article 550 of the National Electrical Code. It deals with the requirements for the power supply assembly, which includes the cord, the attachment plug, and any associated strain relief mechanisms. The allowance to replace just the cord cap under certain conditions is intended to provide a more practical and cost-effective solution for RV owners and technicians. When evaluating whether to replace only the cord cap or the entire cord assembly, several factors must be considered. Firstly, the condition of the cord itself must be thoroughly inspected. If the cord shows signs of damage, such as cuts, abrasions, or deterioration of the insulation, it should be replaced entirely. Secondly, the type of cord used must be appropriate for the application. In the specific scenario, a 10/3 SO cord is mentioned. This indicates a cord with 310 American wire gauge conductors suitable for outdoor use and flexible applications. Thirdly, the replacement cord cap must be of the correct type and rating for the RV electrical system. In the given case, a 30 amps, 120 volts male RV configuration plug is required. The replacement cord cap should be specifically designed for RV use and should be rated for at least 30 amps and 120 volts. When replacing the cord cap, it is crucial to ensure that the new cord cap is properly wired and connected to the cord conductors. The wiring configuration should match the original configuration to ensure that the RV electrical system functions correctly. It is also essential to use appropriate strain relief mechanisms to prevent stress on the cord conductors and connections. The strain relief should be securely attached to both the cord and the cord cap to prevent the cord from being pulled out of the connections. The National Electrical Code provides specific guidelines and requirements for electrical installations in RV. These requirements are intended to ensure the safety of RV occupants and to prevent electrical hazards. Article 550 covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, grounding, overcurrent protection, and appliance installations. It is essential for RV owners, technicians, and electricians to be familiar with the requirements of Article 550 to ensure that RV electrical systems are installed and maintained in accordance with the code. The change in the National Electrical Code allowing for the replacement of only the cord cap under certain conditions reflects a practical approach to RV electrical repairs. It recognizes that in many cases, the cord itself may be in good condition and replacing the entire cord assembly is unnecessary. However, it is crucial to carefully evaluate the condition of the cord and to ensure that the replacement cord cap is properly installed and rated for the application. When working on RV electrical systems, it is always recommended to consult with a qualified electrician or RV technician. These professionals have the knowledge and experience to ensure that the work is performed safely and in accordance with the National Electrical Code. It is also important to follow all safety precautions when working with electricity, including disconnecting the power supply before performing any work and using appropriate personal protective equipment. Article 550.15 specifically covers power supply assemblies. These assemblies are the means by which an RV is connected to an external power source. The power supply assembly typically consists of a cord, an attachment plug, and a strain relief mechanism. The cord is a flexible cable that carries electrical power from the external source to the RV electrical system. The attachment plug is the device that plugs into the external power source, such as a receptacle at a campground or RV park. The strain relief mechanism is a device that prevents stress on the cord conductors and connections. Article 550.15 covers the general requirements for power supply assemblies, while Article 550.15b specifically addresses the replacement of cord caps. Article 550.15 requires that power supply assemblies be of an approved type and that they be rated for the voltage and current requirements of the RV electrical system. It also requires that the cord be of sufficient length to reach the external power source without being stretched or strained. The cord must also be protected from physical damage such as cuts, abrasions, and exposure to sunlight. The attachment plug must be of a type that is compatible with the external power source. It must also be properly grounded to prevent electrical shock hazards. The strain relief mechanism must be securely attached to both the cord and the attachment plug to prevent the cord from being pulled out of the connections. Article 550.15b allows for the replacement of only the cord cap if the cord itself is undamaged and in good working condition. This provision is intended to provide a more practical and cost-effective solution for RV owners and technicians. However, it is important to carefully evaluate the condition of the cord before replacing only the cord cap. If the cord shows signs of damage, such as cuts, abrasions, or deterioration of the insulation, it should be replaced entirely. When replacing the cord cap, it is crucial to ensure that the new cord cap is properly wired and connected to the cord conductors. The wiring configuration should match the original configuration to ensure that the RV electrical system functions correctly. It is also essential to use appropriate strain relief mechanisms to prevent stress on the cord conductors and connections. The strain relief should be securely attached to both the cord and the cord cap to prevent the cord from being pulled out of the connections. In addition to Article 550.15, other sections of Article 550 may also be relevant to the replacement of RV power supply cords and cord caps. For example, Article 550.11 covers wiring methods for RV, and it may provide additional guidance on the type of cord that should be used for the power supply assembly. Article 550.13 covers grounding requirements for RV, and it may provide additional guidance on the proper grounding of the attachment plug. Article 550.17 covers overcurrent protection for RV, and it may provide additional guidance on the proper size and type of overcurrent protection devices that should be used to protect the power supply cord. When working on RV electrical systems, it is always recommended to consult with a qualified electrician or RV technician. These professionals have the knowledge and experience to ensure that the work is performed safely and in accordance with the National Electrical Code. It is also important to follow all safety precautions when working with electricity, including disconnecting the power supply before performing any work and using appropriate personal protective equipment. The National Electrical Code is a comprehensive set of standards that governs the safe installation and maintenance of electrical systems. It is updated every 3 years to reflect changes in technology and best practices. The National Electrical Code is developed by the National Fire Protection Association, a non-profit organization that develops and publishes codes and standards for a wide range of fire and electrical safety topics. The National Electrical Code is adopted by many states and local jurisdictions as the basis for their electrical codes. It is essential for electricians, contractors, and other professionals working in the electrical industry to be familiar with the requirements of the National Electrical Code. The National Electrical Code is available for purchase from the National Fire Protection Association and from other sources. It is also available online through various subscription services. In addition to the National Electrical Code, there may be other applicable codes and standards that govern the installation and maintenance of RV electrical systems. For example, the Recreational Vehicle Industry Association develops and publishes standards for RV construction and safety. These standards may include requirements for electrical systems. It is important to be familiar with all applicable codes and standards when working on RV electrical systems. The information provided is intended for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician or RV technician before performing any electrical work on an RV. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to ensure your safety. Remember to disconnect the power supply before performing any work and to use appropriate personal protective equipment. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to leave the work to a qualified professional. Replacing a cord cap on an RV power supply cord, while seemingly simple, requires attention to detail and adherence to safety practices. Firstly, identify the correct replacement cord cap. This means matching the amperage and voltage rating of the original cap. A 30 amps, 120 volts cap is common for many RV, but it's crucial to verify the specific requirements of the RV in question. Secondly, before commencing any work, always disconnect the RV from the power source. This ensures that there is no live electricity flowing through the cord during the replacement process, mitigating the risk of electrical shock. Thirdly, carefully inspect the existing cord for any signs of damage beyond the damaged cap. This includes cuts, abrasions, or exposed wires. If the cord is damaged, replacing the entire cord is the safest course of action. Fourthly, when cutting the old cord cap off, use appropriate tools such as wire cutters or a utility knife. Exercise caution to avoid damaging the individual wires within the cord. Fifthly, strip the insulation from the ends of the individual wires, exposing enough bare wire to make a secure connection with the new cord cap. Sixthly, refer to the wiring diagram that typically comes with the new cord cap. This diagram will indicate which wire connects to which terminal within the cap. Common wiring configurations include a black wire for the hot conductor, a white wire for the neutral conductor, and a green wire for the ground conductor. Seventhly, securely attach the wires to the corresponding terminals within the cord cap. Use a screwdriver to tighten the screws that hold the wires in place. Ensure that the connections are tight and that there are no loose strands of wire. Eighthly, after all the wires are connected, assemble the cord cap housing, ensuring that all parts are properly aligned and secured. Ninthly, use a strain relief mechanism to prevent the cord from being pulled out of the cord cap. This mechanism may consist of a clamp or a set screw that tightens around the cord, providing a secure grip. Tenthly, after completing the replacement, inspect the new cord cap and cord assembly to ensure that everything is properly connected and secured. Check for any loose wires or exposed connections. Finally, before reconnecting the RV to the power source, use a multimeter to verify that the wiring is correct and that there are no shorts or ground faults. This step is essential to ensure the safety of the electrical system. If you are not comfortable performing any of these steps, it is recommended to consult with a qualified electrician or RV technician. They have the expertise and experience to perform the replacement safely and correctly. Remember, electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock. The National Electrical Code serves as a comprehensive guide for electrical installations and safety. While Article 550.15b allows for the replacement of only the cord cap, it is important to consider the overall condition of the cord and to follow all applicable safety guidelines. The goal is to ensure a safe and reliable electrical connection for the RV.